What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Dokkan. These new units that are coming this weekend for the Saiyan Day celebration, we have got to talk about. Now, I really anticipated talking about this last night, but unfortunately I've been without internet for the better part of the day. It finally came back on early this morning. So we didn't get a chance to, so let's talk about them now. Now, all this information is coming directly from the Dokkan official Twitter. This is all official news. It's all out there. We'll put links in the description if I remember. So we've got the Bulma slap Vegeta. Basically, Beerus just went whang, and Vegeta's losing his mind. This guy is basically going to be your not the mainline unit, but he's going to be like the side unit, the unit that goes in the general pool. And this unit looks really, really good, even for a general pool, like phenomenal for a general pool unit. Exploding range category, key 3, all stats 130%. Not groundbreaking, but very good. Self-sacrificing resolve. It's hard to read from here. It's very small on my screen. Key 3, attack and defense plus 200%. Guards all attacks for 5 turns from the start of a turn, plus additional attack and defense 40% with each attack received up to 200%. Noted, it says attack received. Even if you dodge, it still is received, even if you don't take damage. Remember that. Now, all allies attack and defense 30%, self-excluded, and all enemies attack down 20% for the first 2 turns after the character receives an attack in battle for 3 turns. Happens only once, but basically, he kind of like peters out after a while, but that's where the active skill comes into play. So, the essay here is raises attack for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy. But remember, that will still stack even if you get multiple attacks. Remember, well, we'll get to the big caveat here. So, active skill can be activated. This is a transformation. Basically, like, gets his rage boost. Can be activated from the start of the 5th turn after receiving 6 or more attacks in battle. Should be pretty easy to pull off, right? Well, Vegeta then transforms, Super Saiyan 2. Now, this Vegeta, same leader skill, passive skill. Attack and defense 100%, high chance of performing a critical hit, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack for 3 turns from the start of a turn. So, for those first 3 turns after the transformation, this Vegeta is doing native double attacks, which means if you put like level 15, maybe like as low as level 11, level 15 for me is like the sweet spot. Level 15 double attack, that means you're likely getting 3 attacks every time. And that first double SA has a high chance of becoming a critical hit, or a critical hit. Actually has a high chance of becoming a critical hit and an SA. So it pays. It pays. And the rest can go and dodge, because even though you dodged the attack, it was still performed. You just didn't take damage from it. So, yeah, build this unit accordingly. So, for 3 turns from the start of the turn. Now, here's the rest of us. Key 3, attack and defense 200%, plus additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack, which you're always going to do. Because, bear in mind, while this unit does have, you're going to be using my team that already has 6 key, because you're going to use a proper leader skill, hopefully. Then he gets another 3 keys. So he really only needs then 3 key, 2 on-color orbs, 3 off-color orbs to get that SA. Which is huge. This unit's going to be SAing all the time. He's really, really, really solid. Then, let's see. When performing a super attack, guards all attacks. Guards all attacks. Okay, when performing a super attack. Guards all attacks, plus an additional attack and defense 50%, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when performing a super attack, and chance for a critical hit plus 20% if there's a movie boss's category enemy. So, yeah. So, let's see. 100% when performing a super attack. Guards all attacks. I can't tell if that's a comma or a semicolon, but anyway. Unit's really nutty. And this isn't even the mainline unit. Now, I'm going to nitpick here, because here's our mainline. As we expected, it's Godku. Dokkan Fest exclusive Godku. I was expecting an LR. And maybe that's on me, but stats-wise, really good for a TUR. And he's a 200% leader. So very good across the board. Maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm just spoiled on LRs now. But I think an LR would have been a better unit overall to receive. But nevertheless, let's look at the stats here. Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category, key plus 3 attack and defense, 170%. Very familiar, looks a lot like the LR unit. Plus an additional, all stats, 30% for a character who is also on the power of wishes or exploding rage category. So another double 200% leader. Very nice. Now we've got a Zepetigraph. Activates entrance animation only once and attack plus 100% when performing a super attack. And randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, physical excluded, to physical key spheres for 6 turns from the start of a turn when there are 6 or more superclass allies attacking in the same turn. Then key plus 2 attack and defense 150%, plus an additional attack and defense 50% when performing when attacking. Just when attacking, not saying when attacking. Just kind of weird. But the way that stacks, it works differently. Medium chance of evading enemies' attack, which is super good, including super attack, plus additional attack and defense 50%. And chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, plus 30%, with 3 or more key spheres obtained. Launches an additional super attack and guards all attacks with 6 or more key spheres obtained. Give this guy some spheres and he'll work for days. Plus an additional attack 50%, starting from the turn in which the character performed the 4th super attack in battle. So you want to give this dude a double attack. Level 20 double attack would be perfect. Now he's going to get tons of double attacks. But being that you get this huge boost from getting that 4th SA, the faster you get that off, the more often you're going to get that boost. So really you want a lot of double attack in this guy. You really want, because as I said before, every SA rolls for another SA, or every attack in general rolls for another additional attack. So, or rolls for the additional attack. So if he gets I think I counted 3 possible attacks, he could get a 4th attack. And if he gets a 4th attack, he could potentially get a 5th attack. So however many native attacks here, there's another attack that you could potentially roll for. Now, every single attack performed is based on the amount of key or the amount of orbs that you receive. The fact that he changes orbs is phenomenal. But the real trick here is you kind of want to line this guy up either in the center or the back of the pack, which kind of sucks. You'd want a unit with guard to be in the front, but unless the orbs are dropping, you probably want to have him in a position where you can kind of line him up to get more orbs. And the fact he's got key 2 means he's always getting an SA, but he only needs 2 on-color orbs or 4 off-color orbs. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. But you really want the full complement of 6 orbs in order to get him all the way up there. Now, changing orbs makes that pretty easy. Run it with somebody gets Rainbow Spheres, and you're probably going to guarantee it. But very good unit. Okay? Now, SA is raises attack and defense and causes immense damage to the enemy. That is an infinite stack, or a 99 turn stack. It's an infinite stack for all intents and purposes. That is an infinite stack. Now, the active skill might be interesting. I actually don't know everything that goes into this, so let's check this out. Can be activated from the start of the 5th turn, from the start of battle. If the character performs 4 or more SAs, we already talked about that. That's going to be really easy to pull off. Causes ultimate damage to the enemy and performs a critical hit and then transforms. So it's a transformation and an attack. Let's check out this transformation, okay? The Super Saiyan transformation. Of course, leader skill is not going to change. Passive skill. Performs a critical hit for 3 turns from the start of the turn. So basically 3 turns after this animation. Guaranteed crits. Don't put crits in this guy. They're a waste of time. You want double attacking him. And attacks effective against all types, starting from the 4th. So basically you get guaranteed crits and then you get attacks effective against all types. Key plus 2 attack and defense 150%. Gives an additional attack and defense 100% when attacking. So that's Basically, that while that looks like 250%, it's like closer to like 300%. I have to do the math on that, but it adds up exponentially. Great chance of evading enemies' attack, which is amazing. It's better, way better than high. So like dodge is not necessary. It would be good in the lower levels, but you definitely don't need crits. Just go all double attacking critical, just like I said with Vegeta. You want to guarantee those double attacks though. So like for me, like level 20 double attack might be overkill, but that was gonna be my sweet spot to guarantee he gets what he gets. Especially with the guard and all that, dodge would be nice, but I don't know if it's super mandatory. Plus, now that we have orbs that you can like change out, skill orbs, of course, that you can change out interchangeably, just grab one of them. You can line it up pretty easily. Great chance of evading enemies attack, includes super attack. Before attacking, launches additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack. The dude is just an essaying monster. This guy's really awesome. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting. Okay, so super attack. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Okay? And causes immense damage to the enemy. So, if you're in a really long battle, you might want to drag out the transformation a little bit. So, if you're in something like Red Zone or like one of the legendary events, you probably want to go like 7-8 turns or so to really like obviously like those early legendary events where the early attacks really don't matter so much. Just eat a few of those, because what you want to do is you want to build up that defense and that attack, because once he transforms, whatever you've built up stays put, and then he stacks that with his one turn stacking. So basically, let's say you build up 7 turns, right? And you get 2 SAs per turn. That's 14 times that you've stacked attack and defense. Then you get into this. Let's say he does 3 attacks, right? Sake of argument. Just follow me here. That becomes 17 stacks of attack and defense. But it's reset back to that 14 every single time that you do this attack. Now, obviously, this is arbitrary numbers here. Nobody's attacks did go exactly like that. But I'm just saying, for the sake of argument, everything that you stack up will stay put after you transform. So if you're in an event, transforming too quickly could be a deficit. You want to stay into that fight a little bit, eat those early attacks, so when you get to the big bad boss, you may or may not have that link, you have that defensive stack and that attack stack so that you can do the maximum amount of damage. It just makes sense, right? Hopefully all that makes sense. Now, I am a little disappointed this is not an LR. I really would love the stat boost, from like level 150, from having a 20 SA, would make this unit so much nicer. I am slightly disillusioned. I expected a little bit more, if I am being honest. Now, that's just my 2 cents of that. Let's check out the animations here. And then once again, this is coming straight off the Twitter, so I'm just going to... Actually, I wonder if I can... Yeah, I can full screen this. Let's see if this will mute our music here and let this play. Sorry about the little black bar. Not much I can do about that.
How dare you hit my boomer!
So for general pool unit, pretty good animations. They put a lot of work into this. It's not the mainline unit, but this is something that I would expect out of a mainline unit. Just any general Dokkan Fest. So this would be the intro animation. Looks pretty good. Pretty solid.
So this is a Super Saiyan God. I never knew this level of power existed.
Now that is a solid animation. You can't even tell that's made with sprites. Well, except at the end there. That just looks like like a movie. What they're able to pull off nowadays in this game is just phenomenal. I love the animations. I love the way this works. I don't mind that it now has dragged the game out to, like, you know... I do not like the fact that the sprites being attacked are, like, so grainy. It's something like this that really becomes obvious, but, you know, it could be a lot worse. These are really good. It's really, really good. Really solid. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm really hyped for this. I'll be going all in. Like, comment, share. I'll be back with more Dokkan Battle. The banners should drop tomorrow night, and if we get all the information on it, we'll probably get all that tomorrow. I'll talk about it, and I think we'll live stream the summons. So stay tuned for all that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.